the Rip Griffin Center. We continue with the Division II National Showcase. Texas A&M International University, the Dustdevils pace the Heartland Conference, but not too far behind them. The Shaps of Lubbock Christian trying to get them back for a loss earlier in the year. So you want to win this one if you're Lubbock Christian. That way you don't get swept by Texas A&M International and lose that tiebreaker. This is a league that has had 5 different teams occupy the top spot already as we turn the calendar to February. Darren Goldwater, Nate Ross, thanks for joining us tonight for our Division II National Showcase, a conference with 5 different teams that have already occupied the top spot. That's as deep a conference as you'll find.
A good weekend, you jump up the top, you see everybody, the best teams got 3 losses. These 2 teams, 3 and 4 losses. A good weekend, you jump to the top. A bad weekend, you jump down the middle of the pack. So as we get later into February and starting right now, this game's really important.
This game is going to be a lot of fun as we watch the matchup down low. Bunja Yabo, the big man for the Dustdevils. Now they go pretty deep, but nobody is more effective than Bunja Yabo.
No, he shoots almost 60% from the field. The points and the rebounds are impressive. A very athletic young man who gets it done, but he's got to do his job on the other end as well because of who he's going to guard.
Who he's going to guard is a guy by the name of Brendan Fowler. He leads the league in rebounds. He's 3rd in field goal percentage.
Yeah, Brendan Fowler comes off the bench, but he's very effective, almost 280 pounds. A big body inside. Yabo's going to have to lean on him and take the position away from him. Both very efficient low post scorers.
Big matchup here in the Heartland Conference as we work our way down towards the beginning of March and the Heartland Tournament in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We've got your Division II National Showcase between the Shaps and the Dustdevils from Lubbock, Texas.
Conference. Get in the game. Heartland Conference. Get in the game.
An umbrella can keep you dry when it starts to pour, but it's a struggle to get it closed and into the door. Introducing Betterbrella, the ingenious new umbrella with reverse open-close technology. The secret? Betterbrella opens and closes differently than other umbrellas. So now it's super simple to get in and out of any door without getting wet. And never worry about the wind again, because Betterbrella is windproof. Standard umbrellas sell for more than $40, and one that's windproof is over $50. But today, you can get the all-new Betterbrella in your choice of black, red, or blue for just $29.99. Plus, call now and we'll instantly upgrade you to our special ergonomic handle. The soft comfort grip makes it easier to hold. Yours free. But wait, call right now and we'll double the offer. That's right, get a second Betterbrella. Just pay separate fee. Call now.
Call 1-800-818-8104. That's 1-800-818-8104 or order online at buybetterbrella.com.
Big one here in the Heartland Conference. The Rip Griffin Center has been really jumping ever since the women's game. The Lady Shaps blew out the Dustdevils, and now it's the men's turn. Here are your starting lineups. For Lubbock Christian, you've got a predominantly senior-led lineup. Holman is coming off a career-best 10 boards, although he just had 7 points. We talked about Yabo a moment ago. Melota Bellet, they can get going in a hurry.
And no, I'm not crazy. We didn't see Mr. Brendan Fowler up there, but he comes off the bench. He will be in the game.
That is the interesting part about the Shaps. Fowler started the first 13 games. Now he's been coming off the bench. And you got to imagine he's one of the more effective 6th men in the Heartland Conference.
Oh, no question. Just changes the whole dynamic of that game in the paint.
Very active initial offensive set here for Texas A&M International. Won 6 of their last 8 games, 4 of their last 5. Coming off a win over Arkansas Fort Smith. They go with Yabo on the first possession, and it rims down to Schuster.
Tyler Rogers guarding him inside. Good job just keeping him out of a sweet spot he likes to go to.
Here come the Shaps now. They had a 4-game winning streak snapped, and that's a great way to start this one with the assist down to Rogers.
Simple back cut, high post, weak side. Simple, but effective.
That's just getting hounded out there there by Marcus Arrington. And here comes the double on Yabo. Hatch bumps off Marcus Schuster, circles one up and out. It rebounds right down to Malota.
Well, it looks like they're going to let him play, folks. It's called incidental contact.
Shaps are playing their best basketball of the year up until that loss just a couple of days ago. Here's Cardona, who saw Holman behind him. Open for three.
Amazing ball movement there. Cardona gave up an easy one for a three, and he stuck it. Holman.
Ball reversal and the three. Answer is there from Denzel Bellitt, a transfer from Merritt College. Every Dust Devil on the roster, and they could play 14 guys tonight. Every single one of them has transferred into this program.
Ball movement both ways, both teams.
Soft rims. Malota, junior who hails from the Czech Republic, has the rebound.
Man-to-man both ways.
Ball movement has been a key here for Lubbock Christian already.
Man-to-man defense, but you got to make two play you or just outrun everybody. There's four playing the ball, and then a great swing outside for three for Lubbock Christian. But Texas A&M International, turnabout's fair play, I believe is the phrase. Excellent job, execution both ways.
Tammy Yu has already gone to its bench with a couple of players, including that one. Jordan Van de Kopp as the rebound carooms down to him.
Well, that's the kid that runs the show for Tammy Yu at the point, where they're just aggressively getting the ball out of the post.
Skip pass to the open shooter. It's Santana. Saved back in, and it's corralled by Van de Kopp. Here's Hatch with a little bit of room over Rogers.
Kenny Hatch got going in shoot around today, and when he missed one, he got really mad at himself. Quick release, excellent shooter.
You can get going if you let him get going. 17 points a couple of games ago, but scoreless in his last game on Saturday.
Well, you know, in the scouting report, you got to take away the three, you got to run him off the line.
This is something the Dust Devils do as well as anyone in the country. They generate 8 steals a game. That steal led to a good look from 3, and eventually now the run out for Schuster.
If you want to get something to eat or a cold drink, you better do it during a timeout or you're going to miss some action. They're getting up and down the 94 feet pretty quick.
Dust Devils are out to an 8-3 start in league play. They've dominantly done it with their defense. The best defense in the conference, surrendering fewer than 66 points a game. Here's Rodrell Holman. Had a big game against Texas A&M International. The first time they met was 17, and he's off to a good start today.
Separation of the defense with a lateral dribble that got him wide open.
McCray battling inside against Cardona. The ball couldn't get entered in, so we go over there into the corner and Bellitt. Harrington was moving out at Hatch, who shuffles one underneath. It's blocked away. Rogers got a piece.
Tyler Rogers been everywhere, offense and defense so far.
Schuster with a good find, but blow it off. It's an offensive foul on Marcus Schuster. An up and down start to this game. Lubbock Christian has hit 3 of its first 5. Rogers has been in the action on both ends of the floor.
This is the U that goes beyond a bachelor's degree. This is the International U, Texas A&M International University. Learn how to take your talents further at tammyu.edu.
Big news from Beverly Hills. Celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Orden has discovered an anti-aging breakthrough called Fill and Freeze, and he's giving away 1 million bottles free.
Wow, I'm young again. I don't feel like an old lady. Lines are gone. It definitely took 10 years off. If I went to a dermatologist here in the city, I would pay $400 for this.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles, and I finally found it with Derm Exclusives Fill and Freeze.
This instant wrinkle-removing miracle sells for $60, but get yours now for only $39.95 and will include a second tube free. Dr. Orden will even include these 3 anti-aging bonus treatments, a $200 value free. But you must call to order.
Call 1-800-745-1696. That's 1-800-745-1696. Order now.
Fiery coach Brian Weekly winning his head coach in program history. Before he got to this program, and he was first an assistant, they had never had a winning season. And now since 2012, he has gotten him into the Heartland Tournament 6 of the last 7 years.
The most intense shoot-around, and I've seen a lot of them, I have ever, and been part of them, I have ever seen. They got after it, and he led the charges. They were just standing around. All of a sudden, he blew his whistle, and it was like a drill team. They went nuts for, what, maybe 45, 50 minutes.
Shoot-arounds are typically a pretty light practice. Day of the game, get you ready. They're low in the shot clock. Do they realize Santana gets it off?
Great recognition by McCray to know the shot clock was going down and dish it for the easy layup. Everybody stared at McCray.
Slow to get back. Michael Grant eventually fouled. There's Todd Duncan, 6 years with this program. He's 5 wins shy of 100. And he has guided this program out of the NAIA into the Division II ranks, where this is just the second year they're eligible for the postseason. Completing a full 5-year transition from NAIA to Division II.
Yeah, just because you want to do it, the NCAA doesn't say, okay, you're in. No, you got to pay your dues. Some schools from 2 to 1 or NAIA to 1 is 7 years. But they went through the process, and now they're part of the NCAA.
Brendan Fowler has checked into the game for Lubbock Christian. He's underneath as Vandekamp uses the window.
There's a guy in the state in San Antonio that did that for a few years named Duncan. Pretty good shot using the glass.
Rogers trying to pick his way through the lane, working against Vandekamp. He was able to use his body control to slide across and get the foul.
Well, it almost turned into a jump hook kind of shot. Tyler Rogers goes across the lane and then separates himself from the defender by extending that left arm. He's going to get a couple at the line and try to pay it off. Pretty good year so far for that young man.
It's a lot less on Tyler Rogers' plate this year. He got married recently to a young lady who's well known around these parts, Mallory. There was a very scary incident last year when Mallory,
volleyball player,
very good volleyball player here at Lubbock Christian. She was on the road in Wichita Falls, Texas, and essentially collapsed. She was fighting for her life in a series of events that really none of which should have happened. They just got lucky along the way, eventually saved her life.
A divine intervention saved her life.
Rogers, one of 2 players for Lubbock Christian that is married. Tell me another college roster with 2 married men playing for him. Here's Vandekamp now from the top of the key.
It's old school with the set shot, but he's effective at it.
Very similar to Fowler, one of the top scorers who comes off the bench. He averages more than 10 a game. Speaking of Fowler, here he is. First touch of the game. He angles his way and line drives it strong.
Really quick feet to split that double team before it bothered him. I use the glass a little bit. It's tough to shoot the rim when you're sliding in the air. Here's the matchup we looked at. Yabo and Fowler.
Yabo goes up high, then he brings the ball down low for Rogers to tie him up and steal the possession.
Well, Tyler Rogers has been both ends of the floor, the most effective player on the court, not scoring the ball, just playing defense, double in the post. Tough kid, 6'7", right here out of Lubbock. Transfer Abilene Christian.
Playing some of his best basketball of his 4-year career now. Holman trying to shake free from McCray. He does it, but works right into a double team. And And he's bailed out.
Big time bailed out. They're calling on Ballat, I believe. Yep. Very smart by Tamiyu to double when the ball gets picked up. Double somebody when he still has his dribble, or before he even starts his dribble, he can get out of it. That was a genius double team, but then never foul in the trap is one of Bobby Knight's tenets.
It's a good tenet, because all it does is, well, we said it bails him out. It gives him another chance when they were dead to rights.
I mean, I kind of knew what he was talking about in this game.
Dustdevils are so active defensively. Fowler able to collect. Yabo fouls him as he knocks that one free.
Talking about 6'9", probably 230, 40 pounds in Yabo, and Fowler just sealed him off and wouldn't let him get around him, and he had to foul him to stop him, and he's going to the line because of it. Great job of sealing off the post.
Team's leading scorer and rebounder, who's been coming off the bench for the last 7 games, and his percentages and averages have all gone up since.
Anytime you got a big guy who can make free throws above 70, that's a big time asset for your basketball team, and he's just above the 70 mark.
Dustdevils won the earlier meeting between the two, trying to sweep the season series and stay on top of the Heartland standings. Yabo feeds one inside. McCray can't curl it above the rim. Fowler is fouled going for the board, and if that's on Yabo, which it's not, it's on Bellet. Same story, that's his second.
When they double the post, they do 2 things. Obviously, they stop the quick shot, but they make the postman dribble it out of there and get out of an area where he's very capable as Yabo. Look at that, they double it. Yabo tries to make the pass, and then the fouls after all this scrum. Fowler gets it, and somebody grabs his arm.
So the leading scorer will go to the bench now for the Dustdevils with 2 fouls in the first half. Leading scorer is an interesting way to put it. There are 6 guys averaging in double figures for the Dustdevils, all around the same mark. 10 to 12 points.
It's good for the offense. It's really tough for the defense to know who to stop, because anybody can go off on any night.
Michael Grant read that pass, swipes it free from Santana, and is fouled from behind.
Anticipate where the ball's going. Little lollipop pass, he just steps in the way and pays the price at the other end. He's going to go to the line.
Not even 8 minutes into this half, and that is 6 team fouls on Texas A&M International. Just like Rogers, who was at the line before him. Michael Grant, high school teammate with Rogers, went to Abilene Christian with Rogers and transferred back here with him. Coming back the other way, a lane violation.
Maybe the most frustrating thing as a coach, because there's nothing you can do about it. It's just a bonehead play. Now, here's a rule they should change in college basketball. In the NBA, if you step in the lane on a free throw and get back before he shoots it, it's not a violation. They need to do that. Because a lot of guys have motions that kind of fake you out. But if you step in and get back, no big deal. No harm, no foul.
They actually called a foul on Cardona there.
Oh, what a violation. Interesting. It's even a dumber play to foul somebody standing on the lane. Come on.
Well, if you're going to go into the lane, you may as well foul someone, right?
Yeah, I guess.
The Dustdevils feel concentrated in one area here. They're not as spread out.
And they're such big bodies, it's still a great move. It's got to have a little more space. A nice move by Hatch.
Senior out of San Francisco. He started his college ball at Canada College.
The other thing you do is if you spread out offensively, you make that double team guy have to run further. And you can make the move before the double team comes. You bunched in, it's an easier defensive move.
Double team came off of Fowler, went with Grant. Fowler had to go halfway down.
Very forgiving rims here. They bend a lot when they're hit. There's the double again. They're very consistent at it. How do you combat it? You just got to go before it comes.
Here's the pick and the pop for Van de Kaap. He goes right at Rogers. Fowler affects that shot. And he blocks that one. And it's last touch by Fowler.
Great hustle and great sportsmanship by Van de Kaap to pick him up. They're playing hard in Lubbock, Texas.
Great moments are born from great opportunity. That's what you have here tonight. That's what you've earned here tonight. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help.
And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 800-683-1116, 800-683-1116.
This telecast is sponsored by the NCAA Division II President's Council. Welcome to NCAA Division II, where the pursuit of excellence is yours to create. In Division II, student-athletes excel academically, athletically, and in the community for life after graduation. The opportunities are endless. Make it yours. 3 ties, 3 lead changes. The Dustdevils fouls have been part of the difference here. 8 free throws for the Shaps. They've hit all but 2 of them. And it's just a 2-point lead for the Dustdevils, despite the fact that they've taken 6 more shots.
If you look at that, you'd think the score would be a lot bigger margin.
It's the fouls, and Lubbock Christian converting at the line when given the opportunities.
Better spacing, much crisper movement now after that timeout.
Very noticeable, isn't it?
Yeah, Coach Weekly talked about it, and more importantly, the kids responded.
Here's Hatch now. Showed you the inside game, now he buries another 3.
Streaky shooter, you got to get in his face and run him off that line, and then he's capable around the rim, as we just saw.
Freshman Workman tries to feed one down there to Fowler, but it's knocked off his leg by McCray.
McCray, Pratt Junior College transfer from the Bronx in the Big Apple. To Pratt and then to here. One trip home on Christmas. And semester break and everything else.
Most of these Dustdevils have been very well traveled. Yep. Every one of them has transferred into this program. Van de Kaap, eyes behind his head to Santana, who missed the bunny.
Great fake, got the defender in the air and just missed a layup. Uncontested.
Perimeter, that'll send the Shaps to the line for a 1-1.
New emphasis this year among cleaning up the post play. It's watch this play here. Great cut, faked the defender out of his shorts and he missed the layup. Those are the ones come back to bite you if they happen later in the game. They're all important. But, as I've said many times, great athletes have lousy memories. You got to forget it.
Like a cornerback or a safety, you get burned.
Got to keep playing, especially in basketball. You get so many possessions.
Out of bounds, staying on this end.
Pretty smart play by Holman to double team the post before the ball got in the post and deflect the pass. That's great anticipation and knowing through film study what the other team's going to do. Let it go in the back. Ooh, that was close.
Vandekop is giving them some good minutes.
Yeah, he is.
He's about 25 coming off the bench. He's played the majority of the half. Here's Santana. Big body, 290-pound Fowler sealing off the lane.
You got to give Fowler credit. He's only a sophomore, but there's pride involved. I want to start. He comes off the bench now, and he's very effective, as we've seen so far.
Holman's head fake sent his man flying by. He gets to the rim, and they miss a couple of them. Just 3 field goals in the half for Lubbock Christian, and Hatch has that all by himself. He's got 4 buckets, and he's the first to double figures with 10.
Got to stop him in transition. They waved at the basketball, a little matador defense. I know that because I've seen it in teams I coach. Sometimes, not all the time.
Vandekop able to stay in front of Tyler Rogers here. We're inside 10 seconds. They haven't been able to get in the lane. Rogers will. Holman with the rebound. Harrington, the former walk-on, shakes his man, finds Holman for the 3. Man, did the Chaps need that.
There were 5 black shirts in the lane when that ball got kicked out to Holman. And more importantly, he paid it off. Intensity out there.
Yeah, Harrington got him in the nose. Just reaching for the ball, some inadvertent contact, but it's a foul on the guy that Todd Duncan calls his motor. His motor, part of this one right here. That's not a foul, it's a clean assist to Holman in a 2-point game.
We open our arms to students from around the corner and from around the world.
No matter where we're from, all Dust Devils student athletes play for the love of our sport, the love of our team, and the love of our university. If you can play here, you can play.
If you can play, you can play.
Om du kan spela, så kan du spela.
Si můžeš hrát.
Si puedes jugar, puedes jugar.
If you can play, you can play.
If you are age 85 or younger,
call 800-859-7357.
To learn more about our senior plans from Angel Care Insurance Services. The average funeral now costs over $7,000, but the most government benefits will pay your family is only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay your debt. Our senior plans will pay up to $30,000 for funeral and other final expenses. There is no medical exam, and you will have lifetime coverage. Your rates will never increase, your benefits will never decrease, and your plan cannot be canceled. To receive free information about our senior plans and their benefits, call the number on your screen now. Also, receive information about a free prescription discount card by calling now. There is no obligation. Operators are standing by.
Call 800-859-7357.
That's the young man Gary answering some Disney trivia for us at the timeout. We'll hear more from Gary as the program moves along. Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference and the Sioux Falls Sports Authority will host the 2017 Division II Men's Basketball Elite 8 March 22nd through the 25th at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Quarterfinal action on NCAA.com. Semifinal game on CBS Sports Network. National champion crowned on CBS. Visit NCAA.com/tickets. Score those D2 Elite 8 tickets today.
There's intensity on the court right here. There'll be a lot of intensity when they get that far in the tournament.
Jake Heinen has checked into the game. Dustdevils have gone 13 deep. Maloney, strong drive, an offensive foul.
Who else? Tyler Rogers. He's been everywhere. 32 in white. The ball gets swung. Watch him jump outside the restricted area. Takes it in the chest. He was set. Perfect defensive positioning.
Chaps used a defensive charge drill in practice yesterday where Instead of allowing a human being to bowl you over, they just use the ball, touch you in the chest, and you take the charge and fall down.
I've never seen that before. That was cool.
I was questioning how effective it was. Clearly it works.
Absolutely.
Here's Holman, same spot. He's fouled, and he's got 3 free throws coming his way.
And Tyler Rogers draws the charger one and makes a bullet pass to his teammate in the corner where he just hit a 3 before. And the reason he missed this one is he got popped going to get 3 at the line. Great pass to the corner. Defender nails him. I believe it was Hatch that hit him. It was, because Hatch is shaking his head like, no, I didn't hit him, I didn't foul him. So it had to be Hatch.
The game within the game here is getting very interesting. Todd Duncan's team is 4 for 11 from the floor. The Dust Devils have hit twice as many shots. They've hit twice as many threes. They're out rebounding the Shaps, and yet they're trailing the Shaps now.
Free throws.
All of it.
Free throws.
As strong as Texas A&M International is defensively, and they are locked down, as good as it comes in the league, their propensity to foul here in the first half is the reason why they're not up by 10.
Well, they haven't had a lot of low post points because of the double team. They just can't shoot the ball inside because the double's so quick in bothering the post man, whether it be Yabo or anybody else.
Here's the former walk-on Arrington. He bumps off Hatch, skies it up high, and Robinson cleans up the board.
Yabo did not block that one, but he definitely changed it.
Trying to force Hatch over there to his right. And we got a kick ball there on Holman.
You know, the best defensive teams move on the pass, not after it's caught. You always teach the kids move on the pass. They're going to double the post on the pass before it gets to the post. That time they deflected and kicked it, but they're really good defensively, speaking of the Shaps here. Stopping the low post, they're not stopping the other shots yet. If you wait till the ball's caught and move defensively, you're too late.
Dust Devils have done a good job of that mostly.
There it is.
Throw it right to Cardona. Arrington up ahead to Rogers. Spins his way around Robinson.
That's a great rim run for the redshirt senior right there.
Double comes on Yabo. Throwing his elbows as he tries to avoid it. We're going to get a foul against the Shaps.
You can see right there, Rogers gets a hand to deflect it and then just takes a straight rim run and a great look right down the middle, under control, and finishes it with a nice pass from Marcus Arrington. With the new rules this year, they could have got Yabo for throwing the elbows there. Didn't make any contacts, probably the reason they didn't call it, or go look at it at the monitor.
He came close to making contacts. Heinen has it stripped free by Schuster. Here's Rogers trailing the play. Nobody picks him up. And Cardona was pushed out across the baseline. That's the 10th foul on the Dust Devils.
Cardona, right place at the right time, going to get a chance for that man's team to put a couple more on the board. It's not many times where the free throw line in the first half gives you a lead and builds upon that lead, but that's what's happened here.
Approaching 900 career points is the senior from Calhoun High School in Texas. Today is his 100th game in the Shaps uniform. He started 81 of them. But he doesn't get that roll. Out, it rims right down to Cardona. Holman, for his career, he's over 40%. Started after this miss.
Cardozo with the great rebound, and then up the floor, Holman finds his spot. This young man is a redshirt senior, has never averaged in double figures, never averaged more than 8 points a game. He's averaging 11.5 this year, and that's a big three for that man right there. You know, sometimes the seniors, the light just goes on in their head, and they figured, I only got so many more games, and I'm done my career, and they are much more effective, and he is as well.
It's a 12-0 run for Lubbock Christian right now. A lot of it has been Holman. He hit 3 free throws in this. He's got a couple of threes.
It's been tough on the other end, too. He's doubling the post, deflecting balls, getting his hands on passes.
Holman's got 9 points in the last 2 minutes. Santana can't quiet him. This is the pace Lubbock Christian wants to play. Texas A&M International wants this game in the mid to low 60s. Count it. 14 straight, a chance for 15 here with Rogers at the line.
Holman faked the shot, but everybody stared at him. They thought he was going to shoot it because he's been so hot. Everybody looking at him, nobody watching the man he just threw it to, Rogers. Rogers has great elevation when he shoots it. Now chance for an and one.
Some of this is the product of the Dustdevils not able to capitalize on how proficient they were at the beginning of the game.
True.
And how ineffective offensively the Shaps were. They were getting most of their points at the line, but without the Dustdevils able to pull away from Duncan and the Shaps, now it's the Shaps who have caught fire.
Well, 2-2-1, we'll see what they go into after they get in that front court man.
I'm gonna throw numbers at you, Nate, and some math. It's a 15-0 run. That's half their points for the Shaps.
It's always a game of runs, but you're right. They didn't take, speaking of time, you didn't take advantage of the fact that the Shaps weren't scoring. Let's get a big lead. They just kind of hung around, and then the run has given them the 10-point lead they have right now.
Here's Kenny Hatch. Speaking of 10, he's got 10 to the Dustdevils. Foul going back the other way. This one's on Malota, and that's his second.
You know, if you never looked at the scoreboard, you'd be hard-pressed to believe that the Shaps are up 10 because of just the style of the play. The officials are trained this year, called the first foul. You know what that's called? They call that the meet and greet in the officiating tapes. And in the meet and greet, if any displacement occurs, call it, they did. I think it's a little more than the meet and greet, but that's what they call it.
I don't know if greet is the right word.
Right. Meet and bump, maybe?
Shaps struggling to find a clean look on this trip down the floor. Shot clock inside of 5. It's Marcus to Marcus, and Schuster's ball rolls over the glass. We have a timeout on the floor. The run is continuing right now for the Shaps. The Dustdevils haven't scored in 4 minutes. 15 straight for the Shaps right now.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
If you want to shed the fat and sculpt your core to get those sexy toned abs of your dreams, then stop doing sit-ups. Say what? And start dancing with Hip Hop Abs, the fun new ab sculpting system from Insanity creator Sean T.
I don't want you to ever get down on the floor to do crunches again.
I'ma break it down so you burn the fat and sculpt those abs fast.
Just do Sean's easy-to-follow moves to work your upper abs, middle abs, lower abs, and obliques, all while you're dancing.
I went from a size 18 to a size 2. I have abs now. I've got a six-pack.
And now the complete $80 Hip Hop Abs system is 75% off. That's right, Hip Hop Abs is only $19.95. We'll even upgrade you to express shipping free. Get the complete Hip Hop Abs system for only $19.95.
Call 1-800-635-5153 or order online at gethiphopabs.com. That's 1-800-635-5153. Call now.
She's a little shy right now because this isn't where she's used to being. Nicole Hampton helping us out with stats. The all-time leading scorer, assists, rebounds, steals. She's doing a great job cutting her teeth in the TV industry here before she becomes something important like a nurse. Part of a national championship team last year on the women's side. The Lady Shaps ran the table. 35-0 in their first season eligible for postseason play. They win a D2 championship.
Not a bad way to initiate yourself in Division II basketball. Win the whole thing, go undefeated.
Dustdevils are approaching 5 minutes without a point. That drought will continue. The run, if you're just joining us, is 15 straight right now for Lubbock Christian. And the fouls have been a big problem for the Dustdevils. They've committed 13 of them.
They put the shots on the line too much, and they really paid it off when they got there. And they just kicked that one out of bounds.
Arrington is pleading his case, saying it didn't go off his foot. It's the 5th turnover of the day for Lubbock Christian.
Well, Coach Weekly's a fired-up man on that time of you bench, and after every timeout, they come out with a little juice. They got to keep that going and not have it dissipate on them because they need a run of their own to get back in this thing with 3 and change in the half.
Bellet on the floor with 2 fouls. Feeds one inside, working his way around the double team. Snapping the drought is Greg Mason.
Excellent job before the double team comes, spin away from it. Double team came high side, he went low side.
First time on the floor today for Greg Mason. If any team can withstand foul trouble, it's the Dustdevils.
Oh, they play so many bodies.
They can go 14 deep. Schuster's touch pass is knocked out of there.
Watch the double team come from the high side, and Mason spins to the baseline side. There's no defender left. He gets an easy layup. That's very much harder to do than it looks because you got to recognize the defense and attack it on the proper side. He did. Now, next time, come on the low side. They'll double with a different guy.
5 on the shot clock after that one goes out of bounds. Arrington creates.
You love it when your kids know time and score and understand the situation. He understood the situation there.
He was looking away at the screen that he felt was coming. The kick to the corner, and Hall strong from 3. Arrington has it knocked out of bounds by Greg Mason. And it will be Chaparral's ball. One basket for the Dustdevils since the 8:49 mark. They'll try and create offense with their defense. Pinning Arrington over there, but the Chaps stay poised.
Boy, he really did a good job in that trap and not losing it.
And then eventually back to Holman. 17 first half points for the 5th-year senior.
That's his spot, that right corner. He's been deadly from there.
Brian Weekly is barking at the officiating crew. One of his players needs to hold him back.
I think he just got warned. He did. And he acknowledged it.
Tommy Johnson went over there, calms him down briefly. It's a team that, while they're at the top of the heartland, Texas A&M International is not accustomed to being on the road. This is just their 7th road game, and they've split the first 6.
Little horns action, screen each elbow.
team comes on the post and results in a turnover. Schuster with the ball handles. Shaps are going to keep it.
They're so good at doubling the post, and they deflect and catch the next pass out of the post. Ball gets kicked out of bounds, they keep possession. Just really good defense when the ball goes inside.
Well, the Shaps are playing the Dust Devils game a little bit. The Dust Devils 25th at the Division II level with 8 steals a game. The Shaps have 5 of them here in the first half. Dust Devils have just 1. Their aggressive defense has led to more fouls than turnovers.
That's the other thing we talk about. The Shaps, their defense is amazingly good, doubling the post, but they're not fouling when they do it. They're doing the perfect thing. They're deflecting and stealing the basketball.
Points for Holman. Double figures now in 6 of his last 7 games. The exception was Monday's game when he had a career best 10 rebounds, but just 7 points. Yeah, why not? Fading away right off the inbounds, and Fowler knocks it back to Schuster.
Well, they ran that play for Holman too. They ran him off 2 staggered screens. Give him the rock, he's hot.
Rogers, the other consistent scoring threat here in this first half. Fowler shows the hands, and we got a foul. Fowler barely had that one after he collected it. And then the foul comes on Hatch.
Yeah, that's a tough call. I don't know if he fouled him or hit the ball. This is going to be a tough angle to see it. Because of the way the ball went, sometimes the fouls anticipated. The ball just went out of his hands, but I think he just lost it. Hatch got a hand on the ball more in his hand.
Fowler, who is also a relief pitcher for the baseball team here at Lubbock Christian, a team that was picked 2nd in the preseason poll in the Heartland.
An intimidation factor on the mound. 6'7", almost 290 pounds.
Two points in the last 8 minutes and 50 seconds for the Dust Devils. Hatch is going to earn himself a trip to the line. The first free throws of the half for Texas A&M International.
That's great defense without fouling. Not only are you not fouling the shooter, but you have not accumulated enough fouls to put them on the line for the one-on-one.
Both teams have made 9 shots. Both teams have made 4 threes. And it is a 14-point lead.
And you know, a lot of coaches say, geez, they call too many fouls on us. I disagree. The Shaps are going to the line and making them when they foul, and they're aggressively going to the basket to get fouled.
And after shot, Hatch's hot start. The Shaps have been able to close him down a little. He's got 12. Nobody else has more than 5.
Let's spread him out a little more. The points in there. Boy, are they good at attacking the traps.
Rogers left open, coming back to knock that one across the end line is Marcus Hall. Even when the Dust Devils are out of position, they can recover so fast. It's like they have 13 of the same guys on the floor.
Marcus Arrington never picks his ball up in a trap either. He keeps his dribble until he knows what he wants to do with it and makes the appropriate pass, normally to the high post. Good point guard.
Fowler sets the high screen here for Arrington. Double comes on him and he loses it across the sideline.
Right when I said that, I'm saying to myself, he's going to turn it over. Since I said that, I know he's going to turn it over. It's exactly what he did.
So Texas A&M International will hold for the final shot here of the first half.
3 puts him in within 10. The and 1 be the perfect way to get to 3.
See if they keep it in Hatch's hands. Diabo is on the bench.
Switching everything.
Hatch has no interest giving that one up. It's blocked by Rogers, and that's how the half's going to end. Lubbock Christian catches fire over a 2 or 3 minute stretch. Most of it, Ritrell Holman, who dropped 17 first half points and helps the Shaps to a 13-point halftime lead over the top team in the Heartland. Is there a foul on this last play, Nate?
No. 3 guys, that ball's been a magnet when it's in the post, when it's in the lane. They've just surrounded the basketball and done an amazing job of stopping them from scoring.
Special presentation at the half. We're going to get you back here to the Rip Griffin Center and walk you through it. Should be a great time here. Stick with us.
Are you tired of paying expensive cable or satellite bills month after month? Now you see them. Now you don't. You don't need expensive cable or satellite anymore. All you need is the free TV key from Clear TV. Now you can watch your favorite broadcast network shows for free. The free TV key hides behind your TV and is easy. Just plug it into your TV's cable input. No wires, no unsightly antennas. Your television will instantly receive top-rated network shows, local news and weather, sporting events, and more, all for free in vivid HD and digital signal. There's no contracts, no monthly fees, and no unexpected rate increases. Call or go online now to get your free TV Key HD digital antenna for just $19.99. Order right now and you can add a second free TV key. Just pay separate processing and handling. That's 2 free TV keys, a $40 value, all for only $19.99. Not available in stores. Order now.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
People ask me all the time, George, what do I do with my idea for a new product? I tell them, call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been providing patent referrals, preparing ideas, and submitting to companies for more than 30 years.
I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-560-0585. That's 1-800-560-0585.
One of the things that Division II is most proud of is their ability to raise money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, something Lubbock Christian did as well as anybody in the country last year. Their athletes raised $18,000, which allows for this Make-A-Wish reveal here. You just saw Gary right there. Gary is answering some... Gary just found out he's going to Disney World, having no idea until right then that this was going to be his Make-A-Wish reveal.
I think it just hit him. Good.
We're all so excited to send you and your family to Disney World. We wish you all the best, and know that you always have a friend at LCU, all right? All right, congratulations. One more time for Gary.
Gary showed up at the arena today expecting to be an honorary captain and part of the team. He was out here for shoot-around with the guys. He was announced in the starting lineup. They've had him answer some trivia questions throughout the first half, having no idea that this was the culmination of his day. But he is going to go spend a week at Disney World with his family, all because of what the student athletes here at Lubbock Christian were able to accomplish. And this wasn't easily done. They raised $18,000 for Make-A-Wish last year, and a lot of them did it by working the Texas Tech football games and then donating the money that they earned, whether they were selling tickets or concessions, whatever money they earned, it didn't go into their bank account. These student athletes turned it back over to Make-A-Wish, and because they raised $18,000, they were able to send Gary to his Make-A-Wish reveal and out to Disney World, and there's nothing more you can say than the reaction on Gary's face.
No, it's just a great reaction from young Gary, but also the dedication of these kids to go work on a Saturday at a Texas Tech football game, get paid whatever they get paid to do the concessions or selling tips, whatever, and just donate all that money to this cause. And they raised, like the athletic director told us, 18 grand. And last year, and have done like $10,000 or $11,000 this year. So the effort continues, and Gary and his family are very appreciative. they're going to get the opportunity to go to Disney World with him, and that's what Make-A-Wish is all about. It's kind of cool. It was neat that he answered questions like, what's your favorite Disney car? During the timeouts, thinking, okay, this is cool. I get to talk about, I like Disney World and talk about that. And then they surprised him with that. His family knew about it, of course he didn't, and you saw the look on his face. Pretty shocked, but as he said, how do you feel? Pretty good.
Pretty good. I feel pretty good too. He just got sent to Disney World. Something else is about to happen at center court. You want an adventurous halftime? How about a Make-A-Wish reveal, a halftime half-court shot, and now we'll let you hear this one.
Not sure, but I think she said yes.
Quite the emotional halftime from the Rip Griffin Center. I'm not proposing to you. I mean, I like you a lot. It's a lot of fun working with Nate Ross and John Claybrook and the crew back in the truck. It's been a fun halftime here, too. A fun first half as well. 13-point lead for Lubbock Christian. A lot of it was at the line. We'll recap that first half as we move along at the half of your Division II National Showcase.
Great moments are born from great opportunity. That's what you have here tonight. That's what you've earned here tonight. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
If you are age 85 or younger,
call 800-859-7357.
To learn more about our senior plans from Angel Care Insurance Services. The average funeral now costs over $7,000, but the most government benefits will pay your family is only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay your debt. Our senior plans will pay up to $30,000 for funeral and other final expenses. There is no medical exam, and you will have lifetime coverage. Your rates will never increase. Your benefits will never decrease, and your plan cannot be canceled. To receive free information about our senior plans and their benefits, call the number on your screen now. Also, receive information about a free prescription discount card by calling now. There is no obligation. Operators are standing by.
Call 800-859-7357.
I'm getting a lot for my money here at LCU.
The value of coming to LCU is priceless. I mean, you get to work around professionals who love you dearly, who love what they're doing, and to put those two together, you can't put a price on it.
I think the most valuable thing about LCU is that I'm receiving an excellent education, but I'm also being spiritually guided through that education.
If a student is on the fence about coming to LCU, this place is one that will change your life forever.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
Here for a Division II National Showcase, the doubleheader. The women went first. They blew out Texas A&M International, did the Lady Shaps. The men were struggling from the floor for a good period of time, but they were hanging around at the free throw line. Then Holman got hot, and they pulled away from the Dustdevils, who weren't able to capitalize on their success early on.
Yeah, Dustdevils jumped on them early, but couldn't keep that streak of scoring going. You look at the stats, it's nuts. Both teams, same number of twos, same number of threes. But the difference is at the free throw line. The percentages are different, but the makes are the same. Rebounds basically even, as assists. Turnovers are close. But 12 more free throws. 15 made free throws for Lubbock Christian, only 2 for Texas A&M International. And it's an aggressive style to go to the bucket. Texas A&M fouled more. Lubbock Christian paid them off. Lubbock Christian didn't even put TAMU in the 1-on-1. through the whole first half. So they doubled everybody. They doubled the post, but they didn't foul them.
Yeah, they did it the right way. They only put him at the free throw line once, and that 13-point difference at the line is the difference in our score. And we'll see how the adjustments come out here in the second half for the top-ranked team in the Heartland Conference. They come in at 8-3, trying to sweep the season series from LCU, but trailed it by 13.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Attention blood thinner users. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If you or loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 800-858-4026. That's 800-858-4026.
Attention, catheter patients on Medicare. I'm a professional cowboy, and I use catheters. Been cowboying for 25 years. I've broken 14 bones, had 2 concussions, and a punctured lung. I know pain, and I don't want any more of it, especially when I cath. Now, I use these new nearly painless catheters. They hurt less. Compared to the old ones, these ain't nothing. Here's how it works. You call and you get a free catheter sample. I was just like you, wondering if I should call. Boy, I'm glad I did. Give yourself a break from pain and try these new catheters. You won't know unless you try them. Give them a call now. You have nothing to worry about. They bill Medicare and your insurance company. You pay nothing up front. You get your free, nearly painless catheter sample sent right to your home.
For your free comfort kit, call 800-239-8159. That's 800-239-8159, 800-239-8159.
Chaparrals, who have won 6 of their 9 games in this Rip Griffin Center this year, and trying to win for the 5th time in their last 6 tries. Had an impressive first half, certainly closing it. There was about a 3-minute stretch when Holman caught fire, and it became more than just a free throw shooting game for Lubbock Christian. Defensively, the Chaps aggressively doubling down in the post. How can the Dust Devils combat that?
Well, Greg Mason did it. When the double came from the top, he spun baseline, got a bucket, but it was only 2 points of the game. Do that or split the double team before it comes, but the Chaps are so good at doubling on the pass, not when the ball gets to the post, but on the pass into the post, so you don't know where it's coming from, and they're very effective at it. It's just going to be a cat and mouse game to see which works better. You can't give up the low post game because that's where you got to get your buckets from.
Texas A&M International is going to need somebody to step up and help out Mr. Hatch here. He's the only one in double figures.
Yeah, Hatch leads this team with 12 points, 2 or 3 from deep, and we saw he does this when you run him off the three-point line, very effective in there. But nobody else for his team has more than 3 points. On the other side, this young man, Holman, has received passes and paid him off. He finds the three-point line, he hunts it, and more importantly, his teammates know when to get him the basketball. The point guard, Arrington, finds him, as do many others. He's been hot. He's not been selfish with the ball. He gives it up there and gets it right back. He's been the hot hand for his basketball team, and he's got 17 at halftime.
5 different Dust Devils had 2 fouls in that first half. We'll see if they can get some consistency and some rhythm offensively when they reset that for the final 20 minutes here from Lubbock, Texas.
Big news from Beverly Hills. Celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Orden has discovered an anti-aging breakthrough called Fill and Freeze, and he's giving away 1 million bottles free.
Wow, I'm young again. I don't feel like an old lady. Lines are gone.
It definitely took 10 years off. If I went to a dermatologist here in the city, I would pay $400 for this.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles, and I finally found it with Derm Exclusives Fill and Freeze.
This instant wrinkle-removing miracle sells for $60, but get yours now for only $39.95 and will include a second tube free. Dr. Orden will even include these 3 anti-aging bonus treatments, a $200 value free. But you must call to order.
Call 1-800-745-1696. That's 1-800-745-1696. Order now.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
People ask me all the time, George, what do I do with my idea for a new product? I tell them, call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been providing patent referrals, preparing ideas, and submitting to companies for more than 30 years.
I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
For your free inventors information, call 1-800-560-0585. That's 1-800-560-0585.
Part of the issue for Texas A&M International, aside from the 12 from Kenny Hatch, Bunja Yabo, no points, 3 turnovers, just 2 rebounds. He's averaging 12 points a game, more than 5 rebounds a game. We wanted to see that matchup on the inside. But Nate, it's been what you've been discussing. Defensively, Lubbock Christian has focused on Yabo and said, listen, nobody in the post is going to beat us.
Well, it hasn't been Yabo against Fowler. It's been Yabo. They'll have a chance to score. We'll see if they move him out of the post or just change the offense, or like I say, go before he comes.
This telecast is sponsored by the NCAA Division II President's Council. Welcome to NCAA Division II, where the pursuit of excellence is yours to create. In Division II, student athletes excel academically, athletically, and in the community for life after graduation. The opportunities are endless. Make it yours. Glad you're with us here from Lubbock, Texas, and Lubbock Christian University. About 10 minutes away from Texas Tech. Top team in the Heartland Conference. Already with a win over Lubbock Christian this year, the Dustdevils. They go inside right away. Yabo beats the double team by going strong.
Before the double came from the top, he just turned and went to the rim. Perfect adjustment. I like that they went to him right away, too.
Rogers underneath the defense with the easy answer.
2 keys, I think, for Texas A&M would be if they can keep going Yabo and if they can bother Marcus Harrington on the other end. He's been good against all the traps. Texas A&M International has not bothered him.
Here's Hatch running the baseline to receive that pass. There's 3 seconds on the shot clock. The floater rims off. Here come the Chaps. Arrington attacks, and he only hit the bottom of the glass.
Tried a little scooper duper, didn't work.
Van de Kopp starts this second half after coming off the bench in the first.
They doubled 15 feet away on the baseline.
They doubled Yabo up high, and he almost turns it over. Van de Kopp down to the ground, and he's fouled. And he's hurt.
The guy's leg caught between a falling player. I think you get a look at it here. That's exactly what happens. His ankle, look at that left ankle. Cardona just going for the basketball, falls on the left ankle. He's okay. He doesn't want to come out of the game. Doesn't have to either because no trainer went out, athletic trainer went out there, but he'll be back quick.
Dan Mulata, who missed the whole month this season, is the one who replaces him. They turn it over right after that. Kenny Hatch is furious with himself.
Like Fred Neal, that was a high-risk, low-reward toss.
Arrington has to go down to the floor to grab that one after he mishandled the pass, but he's able to secure it and get the timeout. So the Chaps will keep the possession. The margin remains at 13, the same as it was at the half, with an early timeout on the floor here at the Rip Griffin Center.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Division II Men's Basketball Elite 8, March 22nd, 23rd, and 25th at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today.
If you are age 85 or younger,
call 800-859-7357.
To learn more about our senior plans from Angel Care Insurance Services. The average funeral now costs over $7,000, but the most government benefits will pay your family is only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay your debt. Our senior plans will pay up to $30,000 for funeral and other final expenses. There is no medical exam, and you will have lifetime coverage. Your rates will never increase. Your benefits will never decrease, and your plan cannot be canceled. To receive free information about our senior plans and their benefits, call the number on your screen now. Also, receive information about a free prescription discount card by calling now. There is no obligation. Operators are standing by.
Call 800-859-7357.
After the early timeout, just to save the possession, the Chaps have 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Remember, the Dust Devils come out like with an extra little bit of juice on defense after every timeout. We'll see if they do it here.
Arrington picks up his dribble, finds Holman cutting on the baseline. 19 now for Holman.
Very athletic play.
I figured you'd like that pass.
It was good. I'm telling you, Marcus Arrington might be the unsung hero of this game. Doesn't get bothered by the traps, makes good passes.
Back-to-back turnovers here for the Dust Devils. Here's Marcos Schuster. They just have a sense of where the guys are on the floor.
Yeah, they do.
Fowler elevates over Yabo.
Maybe a foot outside of his range.
Dust Devils went ice cold down the stretch in the first half. One field goal in the last 8:50. Only went to the line on one occasion. Hatch got there. Van de Kaap will be whistled for pushing off.
First time all game, Yabo got in the post, no double team. And he was a little shocked that he didn't get doubled. He kicked it right back out, expecting the double to come.
3 on the senior out of Missoula, Montana. Started his career at Jacksonville College. Big game here in the Heartland Conference. The Chaps want to keep pace with the top team in the league, these Dust Devils, and you want to avoid getting swept by them if you're Lubbock Christian and giving them the tiebreaker come tournament time.
Well, we saw their standings in the Open. Everybody's got 3 or 4 losses in the top 5 teams. And the advantage for the guys in the white shirts, a lot of home games to play.
11 of their last 14 games, Lubbock Christian, have been on the road. They've played more home games here than their female counterparts for Lubbock Christian.
They only played 5.
6 after today, but they feel as though they can get a bit of a rhythm going with a nice slate of home games in February.
Well, it's a beautiful arena. They have a very supportive crowd. And those are all pluses for winning at home.
Holman curls his way in. It doesn't matter that he's surrounded by a crowd. That appeared to be last touched by Rogers.
Each referee pointed a different direction. The man underneath needed help. They each point in opposite direction.
That's going to stay on this end.
Technically, that should be a held ball to the arrow when they each point in opposite directions. Because they were emphatic in the call.
Instead, it's a fresh shot clock.
One got talked out of his call.
And Schuster uses all 4 seconds of that shot clock.
Those Schuster, boy, they have a lot of elevation when they shoot the ball. Speaking of the shots.
Jake Einen short on the 3, the offensive board to Yabo. That was part of the early success for Texas A&M International. A couple of offensive rebounds and second chance points. This is the first time in a while that I can remember it.
We talked about the adjustment. Good job by the cut there. We talked about the adjustment of how Texas A&M International is going to deal with the double teams. But now the guards will not throw the ball inside because they think he's double teamed. Yabo was open the last 2 times. They didn't get the ball.
How about that high post feed? Holman clears 20 points.
Yabo look on his face like, throw me the basketball. There it is. There's the double.
And is he going to turn it over? We got a foul along the baseline. More turnovers than assists tonight for Texas A&M International. This back cut, the 8th assist, Einen's first points.
You both have a perfect driving record.
Perfect.
Tickets, no accidents.
That is until one of you clips a food truck, ruining your perfect record.
Yeah.
Now, you would think your insurance company would cut you some slack, right?
No, your insurance rates go through the roof. Your perfect record doesn't get you anything.
Anything.
Perfect.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise your rates due to your first accident. And if you do have an accident, our claim centers are available to assist you 24/7. For a free quote, call Liberty Mutual at 1-844-265-0860. Switch to Liberty Mutual and you could save up to $509. Call today at 1-844-265-0860. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
If your loved one received an IVC filter to prevent blood clots and later experienced complications, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. The FDA warns that IVC filters can move or fracture, causing serious injuries such as heart damage, lung damage, internal bleeding, and even death. Don't wait. Call right now.
Call 800-827-0024. That's 800-827-0024.
2 players, Redrell Holman and Tyler Rogers, have 32 of the 45 right now for Lubbock Christian. And Holman's just 4 points off his career best.
Young man basically has doubled his average. The average is 11.5. He's got 21, and we got a long way to go.
Almost a turnover right out of that timeout on the floor. That is not where Yabo excels.
But that's the frustration of touching the ball and being doubled every time in the post. I didn't get double teamed. I'm going to shoot the ball.
60% from the floor for Yabo because most are around the rim. Even this is going against him. Held ball and it stays on this end of the floor.
Yabo got popped in the face on that one when everybody was on the ground, too. He's going to take a break.
And he's replaced by Vandekop. Other than Hatch, 44, number 32 Vandekop, the only player with multiple baskets for the Dustdevils today. 2-man show for both teams. Schuster not able to get into the act. You can see Hatch wanting to attack, eventually cut off by Arrington. And a foul coming around by Fowler.
No double team, post-man fouls. Double team, they very rarely fouled in that first half. I don't know why more teams don't do that. You make the team make an extra pass. You try to get a guy that probably doesn't handle the ball a lot to make decisions. I mean, it's good strategy.
Extra pass finds Kenny Hatch. And Fowler secures the rebound.
That's a big body with inside position. Just yanking it off the board. That's a good play.
Averages almost 9 rebounds a game. That's the best mark in the Heartland Conference. He's halfway there. Here's Holman eyeing that three-point line and drilling another. That's his 5th.
What a night for that man.
Malota with the answer, but his foot was on that line. So it's a deep 2. As Holman becomes the story here, he and Rogers have been big keys in January when this team started to hit its stride, won 4 straight games until a loss on Monday. But you can see them starting to gel together. Holman, Rogers, Schuster.
Every basketball coach will tell you, I want to play good in February. I want to play good all year, but especially in February. And they're starting to do that. Remember, this team was the top of the standings when we showed them in the beginning. Talking about Texas A&M International, they were on top of that list. And they're getting it handed to them tonight.
It's been a wild couple of months to start the year in the Heartland. 5 different teams have held the top spot. And the biggest difference in this game, Nate, you've been talking about it the entire time, doubling down on the posts. Van de Kaap came in off the bench in the first half, as he has been doing the last few games. Gave him a nice lift.
He can hit the deep shot as well. He can make the 3. So he's a very versatile player for the Dust Devils. Now they're coming a little full court action. They got to do something to change it up. I like this move. But this is the guy that makes the right decisions. Marcus Arrington. Throwing it to 24 is a pretty good decision tonight.
Arrington, we're going to count it. Got a block underneath. And the senior from Carlsbad, New Mexico to the line.
Watch where he's looking when he shoots this ball. He's looking into the corner. He's not even looking at the rim. Look at his head. Mouth wide open like, oh my goodness, I better throw it up there. And he got the roll. The other gentleman on the team that is married, and
there was a technical underneath, foul. Huh? Holman is going to shoot the technical before Arrington will shoot the free throw.
The technical happens, and then you go back to point of interruption, which is him shooting. I don't know if it was on a player or on the bench. They didn't announce it.
It's on Brian Weekly, who was warned in the first half.
And it's not a timeout, so referees are calling everybody off the bench.
Well, it's tough to figure out who's supposed to be on the floor for the Dust Devils because
they got about 8 guys standing on the half court.
They ran a hockey line change in after the technical, and basically everybody was standing around midcourt.
There's a lot of black shirts here. You're only allowed to have 5. Marcus Arrington wanted to shoot the free throws. Coach Stungan said, excuse me, number 24 is having a pretty good night. Let's put him on the line. Now we get back to point of interruption.
Brian Weekly has to lean on some of that coaching experience around the globe that he's developed. Used to coach a team out in the British Basketball League. Formerly coached up at Alaska Anchorage. So he has to find an answer to the Shaps doubling in the post. Here it comes again. Van de Kaap forced to give it up. Ball movement faster than the defense. A 3-point try here for Kenny Hatch.
That's a really good move for Kenny Hatch to go in there and draw the contact. Most inexperienced players would shoot that right-handed and get it blocked. Watch what he does here. Shoulder goes into the defense. He throws it up left-handed, gets the bucket and the and one, and a foul on Fowler.
15 for Hatch now.
And Fowler's out of the basketball game, so here's a chance for the Dust Devils to make a run here. He's not their only scorer, but he's a good one.
He's got 3 fouls. Cardona also with 3, but he's the one who replaces Fowler.
The advantage they have is they don't play defense, one guy in the post, they double everything. So you have a little help defending the Dust Devils inside.
foul committed by Greg Mason.
44 feet away is not where you want to foul somebody. Trap him, try to get him to pass it or get a deflection, but to bump him, not a good decision. This kid really runs the show, doesn't he?
It's always in his hands. Holman knifes that ball down there to Arrington. He was just too deep. So he finds Rogers, pinned it up against the rim.
Tyler Rogers, in the beginning of the game, has been exceptionally effective and active at both ends. But watch 32. There's the pass inside to Arrington. Watch 32 cut. He doesn't stand still. Little jump step and gets hammered. And going to go to the line. Vanderkamp got him.
The trio we talked about, Rogers is at the line, Holman, who's got a career-high 26 tonight, and Schuster. All of them upping their averages in January as this team hit a stride. Rogers averaging 16 a game over his last 4 coming in.
And if this stays like it is, Mrs. Rogers and Mrs. Arrington will be happy tonight. 2 married players on the team.
It's got to be hard to be a college athlete and married. Responsibilities back at the house.
Oh, heck yeah.
Always going to be on your mind when you're out here practicing.
Tyler Rogers has the advantage of his wife being a former athlete, so she knows what's going on and knows the sacrifices.
2 seconds on the shot clock. It's a backcourt violation. That possession never looked comfortable.
The Shaps get after you. They move really well on offense, but at the other end of the floor, and there's the look of a coach that things aren't going his way so far tonight. They really anticipate what's going on, and they're very effective in moving. They don't run around like crazy men. They run around with a purpose on defense. And boy, do they attack the post defensively.
Dustdevils are very active defensively as well. They've just gone a little bit too far committing those fouls. Holman couldn't handle it. Back comes Jeremy Wright.
Transition defense.
Bellet to the trailer Hatch. Inside 12 to play. 21-point lead for Lubbock. Christian make it 18 as Bellet connects. 40% three-point shooter.
A rhythm jumper there from deep. Look at the spacing. Everybody's outside the three-point line basically when they start the possession.
Arrington works his way into that foul underneath. And a timeout on the floor. That'll be the 7th foul. A 1-and-1 coming for Lubbock Christian. They're shooting for the last 11 and a half.
Heartland Conference. Get in the game. Heartland Conference. Get in the game.
If you want to shed the fat and sculpt your core to get those sexy toned abs of your dreams, then stop doing sit-ups. Say what? And start dancing with Hip Hop Abs, the fun new ab sculpting system from Insanity creator Sean T.
I don't want you to ever get down on the floor to do crunches again. I'm gonna break it down so you burn the fat and sculpt those abs fast.
Just do Sean's easy to follow moves to work your upper abs, middle abs, lower abs, and obliques, all while you're dancing.
I went from a size 18 to a size 2.
I have abs now. I've got a six-pack.
And now the complete $80 Hip Hop Abs system is 75% off. That's right, Hip Hop Abs is only $19.95. We'll even upgrade you to express shipping free. Get the complete Hip Hop Abs system for only $19.95.
Call 1-800-635-5153 or order online at gethiphopabs.com. That's 1-800-635-5153. Call now.
If you're looking for creative ways to draw fans out, how about doing cash drawings?
Heck yeah.
About to give away $600 in cash right here. For anyone who bought a ticket, they're eligible. First, second, and third place prizes. Prior to this at the break, they had a sign contest and also gave away $600.
Give me $600 when I was in college. That's like $6 million. You're the most popular person on campus. You're buying dinner tonight for sure, or pizzas or something. That's great.
Pizza works for dinner. Took the extra step. May have even been given an extra step. But Bellet turns it over. Dustdevils may have been stunned a little bit. Lubbock Christian never really doubled the post the first time they matched up, and the Dustdevils won that game. And here, that's been Lubbock Christian's go-to the entire game, and Texas A&M International hasn't adjusted particularly well or fast enough.
On conference play, you know what the other team's going to do, especially second time through. So you save something in the bank to adjust a different defense, a different way to play a particular defense like you just explained. And it's really working tonight. Now, everybody in the league's going to look for it too. But then you got to keep adjusting. More importantly, you got to have kids that make the adjustments properly, and they've done a great job at it.
Offensive rebound for Kamari Robinson, and he earns himself a trip to the line. It'll be their third and fourth free throws of this half. They took just 2 as a team in the first half, which was a large part of the story. Outgained at the free throw line by 13 points, and that was the margin at the half.
Yeah, the great Duke teams of the past, when they won all those championships, I remember a stat they always used to say is that Duke has made more free throws than the other team has attempted. Boy, is that the fact tonight?
It's one of the things I typically look for when preparing for a game. It tells you a lot about the way teams are playing.
Yep.
If they're able to get to the line more often than their opponents, and not just get there, but take advantage of it.
Well, that was the difference in the first half. Same number of field goals, same number of threes, a 12-point advantage at the stripe.
Coleman wide open to step into a rhythm three, and that's the first one he's missed today.
The Shaps recognized the 2-3 zone, made 2 passes and got an open 3. Really quick recognition. Led by Marcus Arrington running the show. Now, granted, they're in front of their own bench, so the coaches can help too. But here's a 2-3 zone again. Look at the ball movement.
No panic in Rogers in the middle of that zone.
Oh, what a move.
Eventually, it's knocked into the front court by Jeremy Wright, and it's Michael Grant. It's Michael Grant who wins it.
They got numbers.
Holman couldn't get off his feet, would have been fouled. The shot clock never reset. So the ball that was knocked all the way into the backcourt and then scooped up, and the shot clock never reset.
Dustdevils never got possession, I would imagine. You got to shoot that one quick. You got to know how much time's on the clock. He didn't, and then it was too late when he finally realized it.
Here's Robinson working at Grant. Double team comes from Rogers, swiping at it underneath. Shaps have been in control since a run at about the 9-minute mark in the first half. The run only lasted about 2 or 3 minutes, but it was a 15-0 outburst. Here's Schuster. He's having an outburst for himself here in the second half. He's got 9 now.
Good looking form on that deep corner shot.
Pushing up on 110 career threes.
Junior from right here in Lubbock.
paper, this game had all the makings for a physical, knockdown, typical February conference game, competing for the top of the conference. But Lubbock Christian has nothing to do with that. They are just expanding this lead and pulling away from the Dustdevils.
When you go into halftime with the lead they had, the way they had it, or the way they got it, you would think a little letdown. Not the case tonight.
The lead has, in fact, extended by 10. Lubbock Christian blowing out Texas A&M International.
Introducing Life Room, where outdoor living meets future technology. Transform your outdoor living space into an indoor haven. Life Room's smooth glide screens protect you from harmful UV rays, and its innovative cooling system gives you comfort and tranquility. The bugs are out, and the party goes on. Create your very own VIP space with ambient lighting or project the game on the big screen. See why our customers say their lives have been transformed by their new Life Rooms. Life Room has a growing network of dealers all trained and certified by Four Seasons to ensure you great local service. Call today for your free design consultation and learn more about this patent-pending revolution in outdoor living that costs less than you'd imagine. Call now and enjoy your Life Room year-round with a free radiant heater. Act now. Life awaits. Life Room. Outdoor living perfected.
People ask me all the time, George, what do I do with my idea for a new product? I tell them, call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been providing patent referrals, preparing ideas, and submitting to companies for more than 30 years.
I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-560-0585. That's 1-800-560-0585.
A much different Brian Weekly now than the one you saw this morning.
You think? As a coach, whether you go hard at shoot around or whether you go easy at shoot around, all you want the result to be is to carry it over into the game. They carried it over for the first 10 minutes of the game. It just didn't last. They didn't take advantage of the fact they were playing really good and just kept scoring, and they didn't keep scoring.
The effort has been there.
Oh, no question.
They've been active defensively. They've been flying around. It's just been an inch or two too far, and they're committing the fouls. Although those are evening out a little bit here in the second half.
That's a fine line. You got to determine as a coach to be aggressive, but don't foul. The team in the White Sharks has done it really well tonight. These guys at the free throw line, as you said, just went over that line a little bit and committed fouls. But let's give credit to the Shops for making the free throws.
Best defense in the Heartland Conference. Texas A&M International. One more basket for Lubbock Christian would eclipse the season average they allow. We're going to get a foul on Hatch here.
And the other thing is, I would think, and I haven't seen a lot of games, I watched a couple games for the Dustdevils, they physically intimidate you by beating you up. And the Shops have not backed down one bit from it. You can see they passed the eye test, big, strong kids. But Lubbock Christian has not backed down from that physical play, and they've kind of out-physicaled a physical team, especially on the defensive end. I think this young man's had a great basketball game, handling the ball, distributing the ball, making free throws.
Todd Duncan called him his motor, the team's motor. Unquestioned. You say, who's the leader of this team? And there wasn't a second in between the question and the answer. Former walk-on has developed into that. Bellet goes right by him, lost it into the chest of Grant, and last touched by the Shaps. It'll be...
Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's a timeout anyway.
One great quality that Arrington has, and we see him when he brings the ball up the floor, he dribbles it so hard. No pity-pat dribbles. He slams it into the floor and has complete control of it the whole time. Most good point guards do that.
Thought it was our under 8, but we took the under 8 already.
Hey, one guy's now backing down, number 44 in the black shirts. Kenny Hatch has just been really aggressive with the basketball, really good shooter as well from deep, but when he had the opportunity to go to the basket, he is attacked with a vengeance.
It seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, the offensive philosophy here for the Dust Devils has changed over the last couple of minutes. Instead of feeding the post, there's a lot more dribble drive.
Yep. Well, they realize they're not getting anything out of the post, and the Chaps aren't going to stop doubling them. The only bucket that's been effective is Greg Mason. He only had one bucket when he spun away from the double team. See how hard he dribbles the ball. He never loses control of it, never gets slapped out of his hand.
Here's Rogers all the way in, man.
Well, it's covered a lot of ground, those 1.5 steps.
17 for Rogers, 26 for Holman. Coming back over to the Chaps.
Tyler Rogers, everybody's been good for these guys, but watch this aggressive dribble. One, here it comes right here. Out there, way outside the three-point line. 2 dribbles from about 10 feet outside the three-point line, lays it in. Little Matador defense once again. If you're a young person, you don't know what Matador defense is, watch a bullfight. Guy holding a big red cape, that ball goes right through, that's called Matador defense.
Olay.
That's it.
Go watch the movie Major League. When you olay ground balls, it's not a good thing.
That's true. We talk about Rogers, talk about Arrington. Obviously, Holman's had a great game. Fowler's done his thing. They've had a complete team effort tonight.
19 now for Rogers. Hatch behind his back finds Yabo, and that's the type of night it's been for the big man.
I think if you sat down Coach Duncan afterwards and said, Coach, what do you think? He'd say complete team effort. At both ends, obviously at both ends. See how hard the ball pounds into the ground. It comes back just as hard, and you don't lose it.
Rogers is feeling it, had a little bit of room right there. And this one's going against Arrington. How about this pass from Hatch?
Well, we saw him attack the basket so many times. This time he realized there's a lot of big bodies in there. That's a really good pass. Better vision, but Yabo just can't finish, and there go the Chaps the other way. Well, we didn't talk about it in the women's game. We might as well talk about it now. The chaparrals. What is a chaparral? A roadrunner type animal, mascot, and they have played the roadrunner game tonight. If you look up Webster's dictionary, chaparral will say a bunch of thorny bushes. That's not what they are, folks.
2 different definitions. One a bush, one a roadrunner.
There it is right there. Good job by our guys.
Much more to the philosophy of the roadrunner today, and their team philosophy. They want to score in the mid-upper 70s.
Yep.
Rogers walks.
Since we're in the state of Texas, if you look at the University of Texas San Antonio, very similar logo. Quick turnaround for both of them. They got to play again on Saturday. In fact, the Chaps had to play this previous Monday. Look at this one from deep. Whoa.
Bellet drills his second.
Because of an ice storm and a canceled game, or rescheduled game, I should say, early in the year, they played Monday, got back about 5:30 in the morning. And then obviously playing tonight and have to turn again and turn around again and play on Saturday.
It's a game they felt they should have had, kind of a missed opportunity of sorts.
Both sides, men and women.
Yes, which put more emphasis on this game, and Holman has responded. 29, it's a new career high, 6 threes.
So much of shooting, if you have decent form, is about confidence. That young man started out the game well and just kept it going with great confidence.
Fowler collects the board.
Well, he doesn't miss one when he's got inside position. Spreads those arms out, and he's got really good hands. It's like picking an apple off a tree, just snatches it off.
Holman able to find Michael Grant. Fowler wants the ball on the right block. Instead, it'll be Schuster to operate late in the shot clock. Oh! The punctuation from Rogers.
6'5", 197. Watch right down the middle. And they're showing it on the video board as we're seeing it. They like it a little bit.
It's great hearing the reaction of the crowd when the live feed is getting fed through the video board in the arena.
I don't understand what they're looking at here.
Looking to see if a flagrant one occurred at the back end of that play.
Interesting.
Now the flagrant one is not the hanging on the rim. That's not what that would have been.
No, flagrant one is a I got the definition right here. I didn't memorize it, I'm reading. It's a personal foul that's deemed excessive in nature and or unnecessary, not based solely on the severity. Basically, is it a basketball play or not? We were so enamored with the dunk, we didn't see any other action. But that's what they're looking at.
It did not look as though, even on the replay, as though there was any excessive contact anywhere.
Let's see if we can see something after Rogers does his thing.
Nothing there.
Greg Mason's left arm came up a little bit, but there wasn't any contact. That's all I saw. That could have been something, but I mean, there was nothing there, I don't think.
It's a long review to try and figure out what, if any, flagrant one may have been committed.
And it might have been something outside our frame, I don't know, but all I saw was Mason's left arm come up near the chest, but not anything near above the shoulders, not that they look for.
There will be no flagrant foul assessed. Clean basketball play and an emphatic follow from Rogers.
Play on, I love it. Good job by our guys to give those three gentlemen the looks they wanted, and they made the decision.
Part of our Division II National Showcase, it's the doubleheader. The women, it was the story of the Bruffies. Tess and her sister, Claire, both went off. Claire with a career best, over 20 points, like an assassin from three.
She was.
And tonight in the nightcap, it's Holman and Rogers who have combined for 50 of the Shap 75.
And another career high for Mr. Holman.
Now the Dustdevils will take a timeout here. Down by 28. Shaps are approaching 4 men in double figures and dominating the top team in the Heartland.
If you are age 85 or younger,
call 800-859-7357.
To learn more about our senior plans from Angel Care Insurance Services. The average funeral now costs over $7,000, but the most government benefits will pay your family is only $255. Leaving your loved ones to pay your debt, our senior plans will pay up to $30,000 for funeral and other final expenses. There is no medical exam, and you will have lifetime coverage. Your rates will never increase. Your benefits will never never decrease, and your plan cannot be canceled. To receive free information about our senior plans and their benefits, call the number on your screen now. Also, receive information about a free prescription discount card by calling now. There is no obligation. Operators are standing by.
Call 800-859-7357.
People ask me all the time, George, what do I do with my idea for a new product? I tell them, call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been providing patent referrals, preparing ideas, and submitting to companies for more than 30 years.
I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-560-0585. That's 1-800-560-0585.
Dustdevils have played 14 players. The pace of the game has been largely up and down. Only 8 have played for the Shaps, who are coming off a short week.
Yep.
All of the outside factors would tell you that it would favor the Dustdevils, and they're getting dusted.
And when you're playing like the guys in the white shirts are playing, you have a lot more energy because you're playing so well. You're having fun. They're shooting 56% for the game, 54% from beyond the line, and 85% from the free throw line. Come on, doesn't get a whole lot better than that.
And defensively, they took the Dustdevils out of their game. Everything Texas A&M International wanted to do was run it through the post. It's what worked in the first game. Todd Duncan said, listen, we're going to double them. We're not going to let the post beat us. And it's great when plans work out.
Well, in the women's game, we saw what Texas A&M International tried to do by taking away Heist, and it didn't work, and they had to change the plan. The plan worked to perfection in the men's side.
Here comes the double on Rogers at the time stripe. Defense sagged in. Holman was open again.
Arrington not on the floor, so a little less of a leader out there.
Yeah, it's okay. Rogers will pick up the slack.
Boy, he's had a great night.
He's basically starting at the 4, but here he is handling it with 3:20 to go.
As a fan, you think, oh my gosh, what about that dunk? But as a coach, he did so many other good things.
Here's Michael Grant. And there's Rogers. He's up by 30, and he's diving down to the floor to save a possession. Holman. Rogers, of course, why not? Finish it. That is effort rewarded. A double-double for Rogers, 23 points, 10 boards.
You know, it is a low ceiling here. If Holman would have hit that 3, the roof might have come off. You're up by a bundle. But this is the mentality. Look at this. 2 guys diving on the floor. They saved the possession. That doesn't go in, but here comes the man of the game right there. Tyler Rogers with the putback. I think Michael Grant smacked his head on the floor when he went to half court. He kind of grabbed the back of his head.
And Schuster may have been popped down too. They've shorted Tyler Rogers. There was just such a wild sequence right there that he wasn't given his 10th rebound. So he's technically sitting on 23 and 9 and not the double-double.
They can change that. While the game's going on, they go back and change it.
Or he can just go grab another rebound.
Or a sports information director tomorrow morning can say, come on, let's give him the double-double. Not official, but it happens. Who's that young lady look like?
That looks a little bit like Grayson, my daughter, doesn't it?
It looks a lot like your daughter. I just saw the picture. I'm like, what's she doing here? It looks a lot like your daughter.
That's pretty much how she'd be acting, too. Grayson, sit down. No, I didn't say jump. Sit down. No, I did not say jump.
They say everybody has a twin in the world.
Well, maybe that's hers. One of the first times Fowler did not get a rebound.
Exactly what I was thinking. You're right.
Jaquaylin Gilbreth, who was a big part of this team early on in the season, a true freshman who's kind of been riding that freshman roller coaster. He's in right now for LCU. And that looked a lot worse than it was. There was just players off balance. Lubbock Christian was moving one way. Texas A&M International the other. That's what Greg Mason was telling the officiating crew. We're good.
Yeah, and Tommy Johnson, the official, just said, guys, how about we calm down? But Here it is again. It's a definite foul, and it's a pretty good flop right there. He didn't knock him down, he flopped. But they're going to look at it. This should not be a long review.
It should not be.
I agree. I mean, it was a flop. It was just a flop. But because it was an elbow extended from the body, they look. I don't think they should look, but they look.
It didn't extend too much.
But normally, yeah, that's quick. They're done. Good job, guys. I was going to say, normally 2 officials look and 1 stands around. They all looked, and it took about 3 seconds. And Marvin Roll gives us a thumbs up. Let's play. Give him credit. The first one they took a long time, but both of them, they made the right call.
75% career free throw shooter, the senior Grant. This is going to be a game that has a chance to be a springboard type of game for the Shaps. They had won 4 straight before a disappointing loss on Monday. Now you come back and you hammer the top team in the league. A lot of home games cover the February slate.
And we could go to free throw line a lot because of that little incident before. They're going to call it really tight down the stretch.
Both teams have been in the double bonus for the last few minutes.
Talked about the quick turnaround for the Shaps with a big win. On the other side, quick turnaround of our team that got beat pretty soundly.
There's Bellet on the inside, high off the glass. Nobody home. A lot of players that are not used to seeing valuable time are on the floor right now for LCU. So it leads to a turnover and a foul on the back end with the freshman Chuck Kenley hammering the arm down low.
And here's a teaching moment, a coaching moment. Get these kids that, like you said, have not had the opportunity to get in there. Forget the score, you still got to execute. And we talked about how in the women's game, the Shaps, when they played players that don't play a lot at the end of the game, were unbelievably good in executing. Same thing here, you just got to do that because that man never knows. Somebody gets in foul trouble, when he's going to have to put a guy in there in a crucial situation.
Our Division II National Showcase also has a quick turnaround Saturday afternoon.
Excellent point, sir.
Join Nate and myself. We'll be in Harrogate, Tennessee at Lincoln Memorial. 2 very proud programs on the men and women's side. The women's team top 5 in the country and undefeated. Men's team is on a roll. They're taking on Wingate. And the Wingate men and women are both on a roll. Should be fun.
Be a great game.
That'll be noon and 2. This game has dissolved into 10 players just getting after it with very little technical aspects.
Well, there's 4 white jerseys in the lane, and you go behind the back's not probably the best decision you can make with the basketball. The effort is not lacking for the guys in the black shorts for 40 minutes. They've been after it. They just made some mistakes that cost them early and just dug themselves too deep a hole. Nice pass.
Michael Grant will give it back to Cardona here as we approach 90 seconds to play. Shaps have been in control since a 15-0 run midway towards the latter stages of the first half. Led by 13 at the break. They expanded that out to nearly 30. And despite getting run out of this gym, the Dust Devils staying after it. It's exactly what Todd Duncan told us yesterday. You see a team that has all transfers, and that's not an exaggeration. Every single player on the Dust Devils is a transfer. When that happens and you're trying to combine personalities, different personalities in a given year, a lot of times the team can fracture, especially when you face adversity.
And you don't have them for 4 years, obviously, because they played at a different school. So you have them for sometimes 1, sometimes 2, at the most 3.
But fracturing isn't what this team did. This wasn't their night. But the effort has not sagged off at all.
No, well, after watching shoot-around, if you can get to a shoot-around, you get to a game. They got after it. I mean, it's funny. It was interesting. They went to a corner. They all had a little meeting without the coach. He blew his whistle, and it was like a precision drill team for about 50 minutes. And when they didn't go hard, they got on the line and ran.
And here they go. Einen eyes the trailer and then almost had the rebound. Robinson couldn't find the finish. And now finally the Dust Devils have called it off here a little bit.
I'd love to see here. Shot clock, just stand here. Shot clock run out, hand it to the ref. Now granted, the kids don't play want to score, but you get out of your personality by doing wacko things in a situation like this.
How about Kenley for 3? Yep.
Nice pass by Jaqueline Gilbert to give him the 3.
Suit jacket can finally get unbuttoned now for Duncan. A convincing and I'm sure very pleasing win for Duncan and the Shaps. They sweep this Division II National Showcase, and they do so in dominant fashion. A blowout for the Lady Shaps. A runaway victory of 29 points for Duncan and the men. They've split the season series, and there'll be a shakeup atop the Heartland once again. 29 from Holman, 23 and 10 boards, the double-double for Rogers. And the Shaps dominate the Dust Devils.
When you get into February, you want your team to get better. Boy, did the Shaps get better tonight. A complete performance on both ends of the floor and a very convincing victory with a lot of home games to go.
They've won 5 out of their last 6 games now, and they beat the top team here by 29. For Nate Ross and our whole crew, great job today. Enjoyed working with you. I'm Darren Goldwater. For all the latest news and special features on your teams, go to AmericanSportsNet.com. This has been a presentation of ASN. Your teams, your passion, your network.
My mom would be mad if I didn't get it.
Well, of course.
The athletes, games, and conferences you care about at AmericanSportsNet.com. The American Sports Network. Your team, your passion, your network.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-959-3216. 1-800-959-3216.